Hello, everyone, and welcome to the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show. My name is Vanita Lambert, and I am very happy that you guys joined me today. I was supposed to have a guest on today, but he couldn't make it. We were going to talk about life insurance and give you guys some tips on that. But I'll have him back on the show later, and he's been here a couple times before anyway. Before I get into my program today, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's doing everything that they possibly can to stop the spread of COVID. I know a lot of people are vaccinated and everybody's walking around with a mask off, just about everybody, and it just feels really good and really normal. So I'm real happy about that, and I'm glad that we finally made it to a point where we could do that. On another note, I want to send my condolences out to all the families in Buffalo and all the families in Texas and all the families that have lost someone. It seems like every single weekend, from gun violence or shooting or domestic violence or whatever. It's just, it's really heartbreaking when you watch the news and you hear about all these shootings in malls, shootings in schools, shootings here and there. And then it seems like the people that should be watching that, which are our legislators up in Washington, I just learned that they don't really watch it because they have back-to-back meetings and, their schedules are just so hectic. They're the ones who need to see what an AR-15 gun does to a 6-year-old kid. And I think if they had that visual, it would make a difference. I really do. So I hope that they take time out and look at that, because we've got to do something about gun violence. I mean, I was in a store. I was in Walmart last week at a time where I usually don't go. I went like prime time. I think it was like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. The store was packed, and I started getting nervous. I was thinking, excuse me, pollen's in the air, excuse me so much. I was like, what if somebody came in here and started shooting? And I started getting in panic mode. And so I said, I hurried up and got out of there because it was full of people. It was prime time. And I just got nervous because of what's been happening so much. So long story short, I'm starting to live my life in a little bit of fear when I think about things like that. And we shouldn't have to think about that. And I also have a granddaughter. She's only 10 months now, but she'll be going to school in 3 or 4 years. And you hate to think about it, but there's been so many school shootings, and they've been in, elementary, like Sandy Hook and the school in Florida. There have been like 10-year-old and 5-year-old kids. So you can't help but to think and pray for your family and hope that, nothing happens to them when they go to school or go to church or what have you. So anyway, enough of that. Another thing I want to mention today is I want to give a shout out to everyone who made this platform possible. I want to thank Francisco. He's our technician who does everything every single day. Like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to be here. So thank you so much, Francisco and John and Boomy and Rick and, the entire Soundview community. Soundview Community TV is a staple in this neighborhood, and I just need everybody to know that this is something that we need here because we provide resources for the community, whether it be me doing life insurance and Medicare, or someone else talking about reverse mortgages or legal options, rent rebates, real estate, just whatever it is. We're here to help you, and we need your support. So we need everybody to go on to Soundview Community TV and follow us and watch us on YouTube after this show is over. I know a lot of people are at work this time during the day, but we're on YouTube, so you can always tune into YouTube. The retirees and the people that are home, you can watch us and share the information with your family and let them know if we happen to do a segment on, say, Medicare, and they happen to miss it, they could always go on YouTube and look it up and get all that information and find out who to call or what you need to do. Also want to thank David Goodman. I heard a lot of great things about David Goodman. I never, ever met the man, unfortunately, but I heard he was a Bridgeport City sheriff, corruption chaser, and he always had Bridgeport at, in his heart and always looking out for, holding everyone accountable for the things that they said they were going to do, that they didn't do, things like that. And I just want to thank him and his family for the sacrifice that they made, for putting this together and the ultimate sacrifice of losing him. I would love to invite his family onto the show. I don't know any of them, but I would love to have, if anybody's watching right now and you happen to know someone that's related to David Goodman, ask them to, give me a call. We would love to just sit down and talk with them about this show. Or, we have another show that they could go on if they happen to be working at this time. It's called Connecticut at Your Service. That's a show that's hosted by Carmen Nieves, and it comes on at 6:30 at night. And she features one person of the community, and then other folks are allowed to call in. So she takes live call-ins. And you don't have to be anybody special. You can just be a regular person just like me. A grocery store owner or a mom that wants to get her point across. You could be a school guard crosser, for kids, or just anybody, a dad. You don't have to be anybody special, but if you have information that you like to share with the community, you could please just give us a call and we'll be happy to talk to you. My number's on the screen, and we can make arrangements for you to come on the show if you have something that you like to share with the community about your neighborhood, or you can't advertise anything, so don't come on and give shout outs for a business or anything like that. Just want to give you a little heads up. But if you have information you want to share, this platform is for regular people. David Goodman was a regular person, and he stood up for the rights of regular people. So, give me a shout if you're interested. I have an event coming up. It's called Live in the Lobby. We're going to be doing, it's me and my boss, we're going to be doing a Live in the Lobby Medicare seminar, and we're going to have a live audience, so we're going to be talking to people live in the lobby, and it's going to be in the lobby of iMel Productions. We're also going to do it live broadcast over the radio. It's going to be live on Facebook, so people can email in their questions or go on Facebook Live. And I'm going to try to do it live on YouTube. That part I don't know about because I'm technically challenged. I got to get my son to set up a YouTube account for me or something, and I don't even know if I could do that. So don't hold me to the YouTube, but I'm going to try to do it live on YouTube as well. And it's just information that I feel like the community needs to hear over and over and over. And the reason for that is because every single month in the state of Connecticut, there are 10 to 12,000 people turning 65 every single month and becoming eligible for Medicare benefits. To become eligible for Medicare benefits, you have to have worked 10 years or 40 quarters in this country and pay into the Medicare taxes. and it's an entitlement. You've already paid for it. It's a prepaid benefit. So you're entitled to Medicare Part A, which is your inpatient hospital because you paid into that. And then Medicare Part B, there is a monthly cost to it. So, and if you're eligible, you may not have to pay that cost depending on your monthly gross income. So, and then there are supplements to cover the gaps in Medicare. And Medicare has so many different moving parts. Then there are certain times where you can enroll into Medicare. You just can't enroll anytime. You know, we have special enrollment periods. So all this information is important. There's special enrollment periods. So we'll start with the annual enrollment period. The annual enrollment period for Medicare is October 15th through December 7th, and that's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans. And then there's an open enrollment period. So if you enroll in something between October and December, that plan starts January 1st. If when you started January 1st, you realize there's something wrong and you'd like to make a change, then from January 1st to March 31st, there is an open enrollment period. So you're allowed to switch your Medicare Advantage plan. And Medicare Advantage plans are managed by private insurance companies. Just to list a few, it could be United Healthcare, it could be Aetna, could be Anthem, could be WellCare, could be Connecticut. So those are Medicare Advantage plans. And so there are special enrollments. And now special enrollments occur if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, and I'm talking strictly Medicare Advantage plans. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan and you live in Bridgeport and then you move to Hartford, you no longer have the same network in Bridgeport that you do in Hartford, so you get what we call a special enrollment period. So we're going to be talking about things like that. We're also going to be talking about some of the benefits that will help you and your family, help put money back into your pocket, which falls under that Medicare Savings Program umbrella. So there's many ways to take advantage of the Medicare Savings Program. It is based on your gross monthly income, not any assets. So you're allowed to own a house, and you know, you're allowed to own a boat, and you could have a 401k and assets in your nest egg and still fall under the Medicare Savings Program umbrella. So we're just trying to give you as much information as we possibly can so that you can make the best decision for you, so that you can take advantage of any benefits that you are entitled to, or you know, that you paid into, or what have you. So that's one of the things that we'll be talking about during this live in the lobby. I think Medicare is, I think in Connecticut, we have some of the best Medicare Advantage plans in the country, because we have so many different companies, so many different plans in every single county. Now, they don't have that all over the country. A lot of places do not have a single Medicare Advantage plan in an entire county. So imagine that. So you're very fortunate here in Connecticut. I know that, you know, things are really expensive here, but when it comes to the health care, with Medicare, we have some of the best plans. We have over 24 prescription drug plans. We have so many supplements, and there's absolutely no underwriting for any Medicare plan, whether it's Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplements, or even just the Medicare drug and prescription plans. There's absolutely no underwriting. If you apply for it, you are automatically approved if you live in the state of Connecticut. Now, that is not true in other states. In some other states, you can be rejected for Medicare because they have an underwriting, just like underwriting is to check all your medical history, pre-existing conditions, medications, and you know, such. It's almost like getting life insurance. Life insurance is based on your age, your health, and your gender. But for Medicare in some other states, not all of them, and they're different in every single state, you have to actually qualify for a plan. In Connecticut, that's not an issue. You're automatically approved here in Connecticut for any Medicare plan that you decide that you want to pay for, that you could afford, or that pretty much suits your health needs. So that's what we'll be talking about with Live in the Lobby. And we're looking at a date. I'm not 100% sure. This may change, but right now we are scheduled to do that on Monday, July 18th at 12 in the afternoon. So we're hoping a lot of people are on their lunch breaks and, you know, a lot of people already retired that might be able to call in and ask questions. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. We'll also be offering free confidential needs analysis in home or in our office. And what that means is that we'll drive to your home anywhere in Connecticut, sit down with you, and go over your Medicare rights, options, and entitlements, and let you know, and then make recommendations based on what your needs are. And how we do that is we just ask you a series of questions, and then based on your answers to our questions, we'll make a recommendation. And being independent brokers, insurance brokers, we are not trying to fit you into one plan. Like, I don't just work for one company. I'm contracted with several different Medicare companies. So that gives me the option to not fit you into a company, but to pick a company that's suitable for you. And that's all the difference in the world when you're sitting down with an agent that's contracted, an independent broker that's contracted with different companies. So I'm excited about that. I've never done it before. It's something new, and I'm putting it out there now because I hope I get a lot of calls, and I hope I get like a lot of texts on Facebook, and hopefully YouTube, a lot of hits on YouTube. And this is information that you can share with, you know, friends, family members, and just let them know that there's someone out there that's looking out for your best interest, someone out there that's giving you the best possible information on Medicare that's possible, that's available. And you're talking to a licensed broker. I have to take the Medicare recertifications every single year, and I am contracted with like 3 different major companies, insurance companies for Medicare, and every single year we have to take the recertifications, and every single year we have to score at least a 90 to 100 in order to pass. And if we don't score at least a 90, then we're not able to help you with or provide you with Medicare plans, because these plans, you know, they change every year, and we have to know what's going on. You know, it's just as simple as that. And most of the Medicare Advantage plans, most of them are 0 premiums. So that makes it very affordable. That makes it better than affordable. That makes it free. So, you know, we are able to sit down and give you that information and help make your life easy. Because picking the wrong plan is, you know, it's a detriment to you. It's just as bad as not having any plan at all. You know, I just want to make sure that I point that out. So I'm looking forward to Live in the Lobby at 285 Fairfield Avenue at iMel Productions on July 18th. And all the information is totally free. Hopefully we'll have some refreshments there as well. I also want to mention, before I run out of time, I don't know how much time I have left. I think I have like 5 minutes left or so. I have 10 minutes left. Goody. So anyway, one of my guests for next week, I'm having 2 guests next week. It's going to be Mr. Charles Bachman and Mr. John Inuzzi. We're going to be doing, they're going to be providing free information on mortgages. And that's some information I think everybody could use. And the information is free. So basically, they're going to talk about all different types of mortgages, I believe. I believe conventional mortgages, traditional mortgages, reverse mortgages, and how something like that could help you out. Now, I believe it's reverse mortgages. Don't hold me on that, but I do believe it's reverse mortgages, and they're going to kill me for not knowing that. But I had one of my clients. She was retired. I believe she was about 67, 66, something like that. She owned a 2-family house. And, I had so much trouble finding this woman. She's always traveling to Jamaica and here and there, Mexico and everywhere. And just, she drove a really nice car and all these other things. So I asked her, I was like, you're one of those seniors that really, really took excellent care and had a great pension and all this and that. She goes, no, I didn't have a pension. And that's why she decided to, I think the story she told me was that she had to be at least 62 years old, and what she did, her children did not want her house, so she wasn't leaving her home as a legacy for her family. So what she did, I guess she ran into this guy, and she got some really good information on reverse mortgages, and he was in turn able to show her how to not pay her mortgage. And, if her kids didn't want her house, and then when she, passed on, the house would go to the company, or she had the option to buy it back. One of the two. Please, full disclaimer, do not hold me responsible for any of this. We'll have the experts on next week to talk about this. But her story it was amazing. She had a 2-family house, okay? So she collected rent, and she didn't pay any mortgage. I think all she had to pay was like her taxes and her insurance. And she drove a nice car, and she just had traveled all over the place. She just lived her best life as a senior. So I think this plan may have put, I don't know, $1,000, $1,200, enough money back into her pocket where she didn't have to worry about a mortgage, and she got to travel, all these different places all the time, and just, like I said, just live her best life. So if you are that type of person, then I have other clients that are living, collecting their pension, their Social Security, not quite qualifying for the Medicare Savings Program, so they're having to pay their Part B premium, a lot of bills, essentially, just to say. And it seems like they're seniors, they're retired, and they're living just to pay their bills, just to make ends meet. And they own a home. To me, with everything going on, COVID and all these wars and everything else going on, to me, I just think, life is too short to live like that. If you're saving your house to leave to your kids or your grandchildren or something like that, I could see the sacrifice. And then, of course, they would have to help me. But if you're just, paying your mortgage and your 401k ran out, because that happens to a lot of people. When you get up into your 80s, you have this great 401k, and you retire when you're like 65, and you don't understand RMDs, which are required minimum distributions that you're going to have to pay, every single year, whether it's on a good market or a bad market. And then next thing you know, your 401k is gone in 15 years because 401k plans are called spend down plans. And once your 401k is gone and you're just collecting Social Security and your pension, if you haven't paid your house off, you're still paying your mortgage. Maybe you refinanced it like I did to put some kids through college or whatever it is, and you're living just to pay the bills. You want to ask yourself, are you really living, or are you just pretty much existing? And I think I got that from a movie I saw. But it's a good question. How do you want to live the last season of your life? And I consider, I'm a boomer too, so I'm trying to do all I can while I can before it's too late. If you're blessed with good health and you can still travel and enjoy life, live your best life would be my advice. And that's what these guys are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the opportunity or just getting free information on how to put some money back into your house. That's something we could do with Medicare, and also we'll be talking about life insurance. I mean, I can't think of anything right now that's more important than life insurance. With the number of people that we lost, COVID alone, I think it's like well over 1 million. It's just heartbreaking. A lot of people out there, believe it or not, do not have life insurance. And so if they pass and they don't have any life insurance, who does that burden fall on? Does it fall on your kids? Does it fall on your parents? Who does that burden fall on? So it's imperative that, you look into some of these things. We just try to help people get things in order, especially as a senior. You want to make sure you have your health care, your long-term care, your life insurance, and your retirement plan, power of attorney, medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney, whatever information you need to get all your ducks in a row to make sure that you are in the best place possible when that time comes, because that time is coming. We're all not going to live forever. But while I'm here, I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm going to do everything I can to enjoy my time. So one other thing I want to mention too is, and I think I may have already mentioned this, Carmen Nieves. She's the host of a show, Connecticut at Your Service, where you can call in from 6:45 to 7 o'clock on Tuesday evenings. Like I said, Tuesday evenings, 6:45 to 7 o'clock. And that number is 203-345-0103. You can call and ask her questions on whoever she happens to be featuring that day. You could call in live and you'll be on the radio. I know a lot of people try to call me. This is not a live show. It is recorded. We're live on YouTube right now, but you cannot call in live to this show. You can't call me at 203-687-2778 and be on the show. You can call me and I'll answer my phone and help you with whatever you need at whatever time that might be, but you just won't be live on the David Goodman Show. And so in closing, the one thing that I would like to say, once again, I know I sound like a broken record, I'm being all redundant, but I would love to sit down with some of David Goodman family or friends that knew him really well, that could come on the show and tell his story so that I could get to know him a little bit better. Okay? Once again, my name is Vanita Lambert, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a great day. And this is the David Goodman Reality and Truth Show, and we're on your side.